The news hit the South China Sea like a thunderclap, sending ripples of tension across the region and capturing the attention of the world's major powers. The U.S. Navy is now building a strategic naval base in the Philippines, right on the edge of the disputed waters that have become a global flashpoint. In Oyster Bay, Palawan, American and Filipino engineers work side by side, their collaboration a powerful symbol of renewed trust and shared purpose between the two nations. This project is more than just construction. It's a direct response to years of Chinese aggression, island building, and intimidation in the region. A clear message that the status quo will no longer go unchallenged. The U.S. is embedding itself with its treaty ally, right at the heart of the conflict zone, strengthening military ties and deepening cooperation in ways not seen in decades. Filipino fishermen have been driven from their ancestral waters, forced to watch as Chinese Coast Guard ships patrol and intimidate, while the Philippine Coast Guard faces dangerous confrontations just to resupply its outposts. Each incident, each standoff, has pushed the region closer to a flashpoint, raising fears of a wider conflict that could draw in nations from around the world. The Oyster Bay project is a firm declaration, an unmistakable signal that the international community will not stand by as international law is trampled and smaller nations are bullied. For too long, China's gray zone tactics, bullying, building artificial islands, and using economic pressure have gone largely unanswered, shifting the balance of power in its favor. The U.S. is now shifting to a strategy of presence, partnership, and persistence, determined to uphold freedom of navigation and support its allies in the face of growing threats. This is a clear signal. The U.S. is committed to a free and open Indo-Pacific, willing to invest in alliances, infrastructure, and deterrence right on China's doorstep. The tension is real, the stakes are global, and the message is unmistakable. The world is watching, and the outcome here could shape the future of the entire region. Oyster Bay is not just a base, it's a turning point, a symbol of resistance and resolve in the face of mounting pressure. The balance of power in the South China Sea is about to change, and the world is bracing for what comes next. At the heart of this strategic shift is the U.S. Navy's newly established support facility at Oyster Bay, a site that is quickly becoming a focal point for regional security efforts. Unlike the sprawling bases of the past, this is a compact state-of-the-art installation, purpose-built for rapid repair, resupply, and the swift deployment of agile naval vessels. Its design reflects a new era of military thinking, one that values speed, flexibility, and resilience over sheer size. Oyster Bay's deep, naturally protected harbor on the island of Palawan positions it as a frontline hub, just hours away from the highly contested Spratly Islands. This proximity allows for a much faster response to emerging threats in the region. With this facility, Palawan is transformed from a remote outpost into a vital strategic launchpad, capable of supporting both defensive and humanitarian missions across the South China Sea. The era of massive, vulnerable overseas bases is fading. Today, the focus is on nimble, resilient sites that can operate seamlessly with allies, adapting quickly to changing circumstances and threats. Oyster Bay not only empowers the Philippine Navy with new capabilities, but also strengthens the U.S.-Philippine alliance, making it far more difficult for any adversary to predict or disrupt their operations. By establishing this critical foothold, the U.S. and the Philippines are building a more responsive, adaptive defense posture, one that can meet challenges head-on and adjust as the situation demands. It sends a clear message to China and other regional actors. Any attempt at coercion will be met with a stronger, more integrated alliance, ready to defend shared interests. For the Philippine Navy, this means gaining the advanced tools, training, and support needed to defend its territory and assert its maritime rights with greater confidence. This small but significant facility stands as a powerful symbol of renewed commitment to collective security and regional stability. The tide may indeed be turning in the South China Sea, as new partnerships and strategies reshape the balance of power. Oyster Bay is just the beginning, a bold step toward a more secure and united future in these contested waters. Palawan, the Philippines' westernmost province, points like a dagger into the South China Sea, just 200 nautical miles from the contested Spratly Islands. For years, its limited naval facilities left it vulnerable, unable to respond quickly to Chinese incursions. Now, with US-backed upgrades, Palawan is becoming the tip of the spear for Philippine maritime operations. Maintenance and resupply can happen on the front line, boosting fleet readiness and presence. This transformation raises the cost of everyday aggression for China. A capable Philippine patrol boat just over the horizon changes Beijing's risk calculations. Palawan is no longer a passive observer, it's an active defender, backed by its American ally. The message: the Philippines is ready to stand its ground. The $975,000 contract for Oyster Bay may seem modest, but its impact is huge. The US is funding a facility for unmanned aerial systems and small boat maintenance. Assets perfect for contested, near-shore environments. A concrete pad, boat ramp, and maintenance building will keep patrol boats operational and ready. The drone staging area provides real-time intelligence, tracking Chinese vessels and illegal activities. This investment fills a critical capability gap for the Philippines, its smart defense spending. For less than the cost of a single missile, the US is boosting Philippine sovereignty. The facility is a symbol of American strategy, empowering allies to stand up to coercion. Concrete actions, not just words, back up US commitment. Oyster Bay is a force multiplier. The Oyster Bay project is a direct result of the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, or EDCA, between the US and the Philippines. This landmark agreement, signed in 2014, marked a turning point in the two countries' long-standing partnership, signaling a renewed commitment to mutual defense and regional security. EDCA allows the US to build facilities and preposition assets at Philippine bases, not permanent American bases, but rotational access for joint training, disaster response, and rapid crisis deployment. This arrangement ensures both nations can respond quickly to emergencies, whether natural disasters or security threats. This flexible model revitalizes the alliance, moving beyond the era of massive permanent bases that once defined US presence in the Philippines. Instead, it adapts to the evolving needs of both countries and the region. Under EDCA, the Philippines chooses which sites to upgrade, while the US provides funding, technical expertise, and advanced equipment. This collaborative approach ensures that both sides have a say in the process and benefit from the improvements. The sites remain under full Philippine control but are available for joint exercises, training, and humanitarian missions, reinforcing the country's sovereignty. This strengthens Philippine sovereignty and US interoperability, building trust and seamless cooperation between the two militaries. There are now 9 EDCA sites, creating a strategic network across the Philippines that enhances both countries' ability to respond to regional challenges. Oyster Bay is just one piece of this larger puzzle, serving as a vital hub for naval operations and maritime security in the region. EDCA shows the alliance is adapting to modern threats, not stuck in the past. It enables both nations to share intelligence, conduct advanced training, and develop new capabilities together. US investment is tangible proof of commitment, with millions of dollars allocated to infrastructure, equipment, and training for Philippine forces. The Philippines stands with its ally for a rules-based order, upholding peace and stability in the Indo-Pacific. Oyster Bay is part of a coordinated, long-term strategy for regional stability, deterrence, and mutual support in the face of evolving security challenges. The alliance is reborn for a new era. Stronger, more flexible, and ready to face the future together. Oyster Bay's focus on small boats and unmanned vessels marks a shift in naval strategy. Large warships are vulnerable. Distributed maritime operations spread power across many smaller, harder-to-target platforms. Swarms of fast boats and drones can overwhelm defenses and cover vast areas. The facility's boat ramp and drone staging area are built for this new way of war. Drones extend the fleet's eyes and ears, identifying threats and guiding responses. This synergy between manned and unmanned systems is the future. The Philippines can't match China ship for ship, but it can create a porcupine defense with many low-cost, high-tech assets. US support for Oyster Bay is an investment in this asymmetric strategy. It empowers the Philippines and helps stabilize the region. The future of naval warfare is here, and it's agile, distributed, and smart. Oyster Bay's construction is a direct response to China's escalating gray zone tactics, coercion just short of war. Chinese Coast Guard vessels have blasted Philippine boats with water cannons, blocked resupply missions, and harassed fishermen. These actions violate international law and risk open conflict. The new facility gives the Philippines faster response, better maintained boats, and enhanced surveillance. It makes it harder for China to act with impunity and easier to document and publicize aggression. The goal: raise the cost of gray zone tactics and create a more stable environment. Oyster Bay's impact grows when paired with new sites like Balabac Island, guarding the vital Balabac Strait. The U.S. is building a runway and facilities there, enabling rapid deployment of aircraft and drones. Together, Oyster Bay and Balabac create a layered defense: naval power at sea, air cover from the skies. Ships and planes can support each other, making defense more resilient and complex for any aggressor. This network of small, distributed bases is America's new regional strategy. It's more survivable, flexible, and ready for any contingency. The message: the U.S. and Philippines are building a credible, modern defense network. Deterrence is now woven into the fabric of the region. The investments in Oyster Bay and other sites send a clear message of deterrence and resolve to Beijing. China's campaign of intimidation is being met with a renewed U.S.-Philippine alliance. Building up Philippine defense and a persistent U.S. presence raises the cost of aggression. The goal isn't conflict, it's to prevent it by making any hostile move too risky. This show of solidarity reassures other regional partners and strengthens the network of nations committed to a free Indo-Pacific. The region is moving toward a balance of power, not domination by one. Oyster Bay's small boat ramp is a symbol of a pivotal shift. The U.S. and Philippines are changing the rules of the game. The South China Sea will remain contested, but no longer uncontested. The future is being built, one strategic site at a time.